Hi everyone, it's Jules. Welcome to Jules Journals. This is going to be my mid-month wrap-up of books I read, movies I watched, TV, all that sort of thing for December of 2024. So I'm going to get started real quickly here with the books that I finished. So far I have 4 for the first half of December. Yeah, I think that's right. And the first couple were just okay for me, and then the next two, especially the last one, I loved. So the first one is Boy Swallows Universe. It's a novel by Trent Dalton, and this takes place in Australia. This is kind of a coming of age story, and there's some quirkiness and funniness to it when there maybe shouldn't be. There's some really dark material. His stepdad is a drug dealer, and his mom is going through withdrawals, but this kid is freaking adorable, and I did really like it. It just, I don't know, if it just wasn't the right time. I think if you like coming of age stories, you would really like this. It just wasn't hitting me very well. I'm not sure what it was. The writing is good. I don't know what it was, but you might like this. I would probably give it a 3.5 right now. I think I gave it a 4 on Goodreads, and maybe I'll give it another try. There is a TV show which I did start, and that is very well done. The kid in it that plays the kid in the book is amazing and fantastic. I don't know if I'll continue. Again, it's not grabbing my attention. I don't know if it's because of the subject matter is really the drug dealing stuff is just kind of not for me. I'm not sure. But if you like coming of age or you like Australia, you might enjoy this book. It probably is a little long for me as well, which is my complaint about the next book. And let's talk about that one. And All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. This is probably an unpopular opinion. And my bookmark is still where I was actually reading it physically, but I finished it on audio because I was having such a hard time getting through it. It is so long, you guys. It's like 600 pages for a thriller. What? I just feel like thrillers, they need to tell their story in less than 350 pages, 400 maybe. But 600 pages, yes, you write beautifully, we know that. But, and then the chapters. So there's like 250 chapters, which I appreciate the short chapters, but no. It's written well, it's a good story, it's too long. 3.5 stars. I don't understand the hype. I don't understand it. It's good. It's good. It's fine. Okay, and I didn't even tell you what it was about. Okay, let's hold it back up and tell you what it was about. So it is about a boy named Patch. He's named Patch because he wears a patch over his eye, and he helps save a girl, and it's about him and his best friend Saint, and it's about their journey through life and even decades later. So another coming of age story, which is probably one of my favorite things to read. I don't know why I didn't love this, but there is some mystery in it, definitely, and there's some twists and turns in it. And I feel like my favorite of the year, which I'll tell in my, I'm gonna do my favorites of the year here today. Actually, I'm gonna film it today. And my favorite thriller of the year, it didn't come out this year, but that just is where the bar has been set. And so everything else just seems to be meh for me as far as thrillers go. But everybody loves it, so give it a chance, because maybe I'm just in a funk right now. I was so glad that I actually put up my Christmas tree because I didn't want to. But then I went shopping and got 2 new trees. So I just went the opposite direction of not wanting to decorate and got new things. Okay, so the other book I did finish was on audio, and I'm on a huge Cork O'Connor, William Kent Kruger journey right now. This is, I believe, the 5th or 6th book. It is Mercy Falls. And Mercy Falls, actually, most of his books take place in Minnesota. This one, the majority of it takes place in Michigan. It is immediately following book 4. And so there was kind of a cliffhanger in book 4, so it's immediately following that. So I can't really say too much about what takes place. It definitely focuses more on Cork. There's not a lot of his wife Jo in this book, and I did enjoy it. I'm tending to give all of them like 4.5, 5 stars. I really like this. I really wish they would make a TV show based on Cork O'Connor. I would love that. Maybe it's been talked about, I'm sure, in the past. And I will continue on that series. At one time, I had found them for free on Audible. So I have most of the books on Audible. So I will continue reading those that way. The next book, which will end up on my favorites of the year. I just finished it. It's been on my TBR for years. That is Persepolis by, I should probably put my glasses on. Marjane Satrapi. And this is a graphic novel. And it is about her growing up in Iran during the revolution. So she is about 10 years old in 1979. So if you know, my husband pointed out that the movie Argo, that is 1979 during that time in Iran. So there's a revolution. So this is a very hard read. There's some violent things. It's traumatic. So make sure you're in a good headspace when you read it. And this is, I believe that there's a sequel to this one, but I think at one point they were together in one book. But when I saw it at Barnes & Noble, when I got it this year, it was just this book. So now I need to pick up the second book. And she does move to Austria, Vienna, and then I think now she lives in Paris. It says that in the back about the author. So, but she did spend a lot of time growing up in Iran. So it's very eye-opening, very interesting, especially if you're interested in what goes on in the world around us. It's a little devastating right now, but I think it's important for us to know those things. And definitely just know that it's dark, it's traumatic, but it is really well done, and it was eye-opening for me, and I loved it, and it will be on my favorite of 2024. One of my favorites. All right, what am I currently reading? This guy, I'm reading for work for our workbook club. It is Hogfather by Terry Pratchett. I don't know. It's a fantasy, and I don't do well with fantasy. I don't know why when I read fantasy, my brain goes off into another world, like into my own world. So fantasy for me just doesn't jive. So that's probably not the right book for me. I'm gonna try. We have our meeting on Friday, a week, 5 days from now. So I'm gonna try to get through this. We will see what happens, but I'm not very far into it. And this is a mass market paperback, which is not my favorite style of book to read, but I kind of like it because it's short pages. Oh, the other really bad thing about this book, there's no chapters. I got a book with 2 shorter chapters, and this one, no chapters, which is, and I would do it on audio, but I listened to a little bit of the audio and I did not like it. So I'll try and get through that. That's it for what I'm currently reading. Oh, nope, that's a lie. But I just started these 2. So we have Kristen Hanna, Winter Garden. This is a book club pick, and I was really liking it. I'm barely into it, so I'm not even going to speak about what it's about. I do know there's 2 sisters. And then The Hours by Michael Cunningham. This is a popular book. I'm late to reading this. I watched the movie years ago with Nicole Kidman and Julianne Moore. And this is 3 different kind of timelines, 3 different women. One of them is Virginia Woolf, which I think Nicole Kidman plays that character in the book, Virginia Woolf. So that's interesting, and I am liking it, but I'm not too far into that yet, but I will get going more on those. I was concentrating on finishing these other books. And yeah, I'm not going to do a book haul because I have a lot. I have a stack about this big. And so I'm going to do a December book haul because I imagine I'll be getting some books for Christmas, I hope. And so I will do a book haul at the end of December. And what I'm watching. Okay, I have to look at my notes. All right, so I watched, it is with Keira Knightley, that's her name. And it's called Black Doves. It's on Netflix. And I really liked it. She plays a spy, but her family doesn't know she's a spy. Kind of, not necessarily a spy, but in that world. And then it's about her and her counter spy, or not counter spy, but her friend, co-worker. And I really like his character and like him as an actor. I don't remember seeing him in anything, and he is fantastic. I really liked it. I binged it in a couple days. I like that show. I watched Beetlejuice. I did see that in the theater, and so I watched it on TV. It's streaming, maybe HBO, and streamed that. I think it's great. I loved Beetlejuice, probably more than the first one, which is strange. And then Silo season 2, I'm on episode 3. I need to watch episode 4, just came out Friday, so I need to watch that. I love Silo and love it. I've talked about it many times here on my channel, but I definitely recommend that show. And then I've been watching in the background, which I don't know if I'll continue, but just if you need something to watch and none of these are sparking your interest, Carnival, if you have the HBO Max. And it probably was like 15 years ago it was on HBO, and there's only maybe 2 seasons. I really liked it. I don't know why there's only 2 seasons, but that is a great show. So it's about this traveling circus, maybe in the 1920s. And so you have a bearded lady and you have a healer. There's just a lot of great characters in it, and it's a really good show. I don't know why it didn't continue on, but I've been having that on the background as I scroll on my phone, as one does. All right, let's talk about Dexter, Original Sin, the new sequel, or prequel, I guess I should say, to Dexter. And this is when Dexter first starts his journey of being a vigilante, and I really liked it. And the actors that they got to play the younger characters, like especially Angel and what is it, Masaka? I can't remember Dexter's blood spatter analysis coworker. I can't remember his name, but he's great as well, and just hearing him kind of do all of his character's little quirks is fun. I'm using my hands a lot today. I think it's because I'm standing. And I really like it. And there's a little bit of a shock in the beginning, and then now I just said that, and so now you won't be expecting the shock, or you won't be as shocked. My stepson pointed that out to me as I texted him, and he's like, well, now it's not going to be so much of a shock because you told me there's a shock. Sorry. And like I said, I watched Boy Swallows Universe, and that is really fun. I wouldn't say fun, but it is. I feel weird today standing, like I have more energy, I guess. That's probably why they tell people you should stand when you film or talk or present. But Boy Swallows Universe, I did like it. I don't know if I'll continue on in it. You might enjoy it. Check it out. The actor that's a boy is fantastic, and I'm gonna wrap this up because my battery is dying. And then Christmas Carol, the Jim Carrey one, the animation one, is amazing. And Carry On, that is with Jason Bateman, and I can't remember the main character's name. I really liked it. It's action-packed. I wouldn't say I really liked it. And it's intense. It's good. That is on Netflix. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up, and I will chat with you guys soon.